Dale Hermant, driver of the T891 H&H Offroad Razor. This is our race recap for the VORRA Not for the Weak of Heart 250 race that he just had this last weekend. Well, we kind of did something different on this race. We've been getting ready for Vegas Arena, which is the best off-road race in the whole country. So we've been doing racing our Razor here pretty much without tire prep, without wheel prep, without any prep, to see if we can get 1,000 miles on it and see what it's going to need later. Well, we didn't qualify, so we started towards the back. The green flag dropped, and it was nothing but dust. We drove for the first 20 miles without seeing where we were going. It was pretty crazy, but we hung in there all the way through and made the first lap in decent time. Well, after a flawless first lap, we started a second lap, and we noticed a little belt slip. We talked about it in the race car, decided we better stop now and see if we can get a quick fix on it, instead, so we didn't do any damage for later.
Yeah, so I bailed out. We were about halfway through lap 2, and we were noticing a really bad belt slip issue. And we talked about, do we push the car through the rest of the lap at the risk of blowing a belt and having to stop anyway? And when you blow a belt, it's a lot harder to change than it is to just preemptively change one when it's slipping like that. So we pulled over, I bailed out, got the belt off. It was pretty smoked. Got the new belt on, and when I went to put the cover and everything back on, I went to pull the clutch tool out, and the clutch tool actually broke off in the secondary, which sucked a lot. I was able to get it backed out enough that we could keep moving, and it held together for the rest of the second lap. Yeah, so the end of lap 2, made it into pit. Battleborn Patriots guys, Micah and that group, we were pitting with this week. Did an awesome job. I bailed out, helped them get the clutch swapped, and got the driver's seat ready to go for me. We got Layla in the passenger seat, and after a little bit longer pit stop because of that clutch change, we got it fueled, and out we went into the desert. Lap 3 was pretty uneventful. I mean, as far as laps go, we weren't really in anybody's dust that lap. That lap seemed to click off pretty quick. It wasn't until lap 4 that belt slip, belt temp issue kind of showed itself again, and got to the point where we were starting to spin the belt in the really soft stuff and bogging off the corners, which wasn't convenient. So we just spent the rest of the race kind of managing belt temps. And even with that, we were running a really, really solid pace. I mean, we weren't setting the world on fire, but we were consistent. We were carrying good speed. I mean, still 100 miles an hour down the long roads, and just had to back off in the softer stuff. The bypass was awesome, getting to bypass the pit and fly by on the lake bed. By lap 5, we were getting tired. The course was deteriorating. There were spots of the course that earlier in the race were nice sandy whoops that had started to like shelf edge. And if you've never driven across whoops like that in the desert, you don't see them. You can't see the shelf edges because they're hidden in the silt until you are pounding into them, which isn't the most comfortable thing in the world. But still uneventful. Nothing really crazy happened on the 5th lap. By the time we got to the back section with all of the weird little crosswashes, I was excited for that section to be over. Bouncing through it one more time. And we pushed pretty hard, just trying to get to the finish. We had no idea where we were on time and or position. Didn't ask. And we were able to get it across the finish line in 5th in class, which was awesome. And I think we were like 15th or something overall. So we were really happy with the way the day went. Like we mentioned before, we deserved some flat tires, and these Maxxis tires held up. Everything else held up. We had no failures, no axle failures, no wheel bearing failures. Nothing crazy. So it was a really, really good race for us. Every time we race this car, we learn something, and we're getting faster and better as we understand how this car wants to be raced.
I just wanted to thank Bill and Jordan for giving me the opportunity to get in the right seat of this car, and letting me improve on my co-driving skills, and just the excitement that I get from doing all these new races and having all these new opportunities and creating amazing memories. It was super exciting getting 2.0 to the finish line again. That makes this 4 for 4.
I want to give a big thank you to everyone who helps us out, that allows us and supports us to keep doing this. H&H Offroad, Bill, we couldn't do it without him. Rugged Radios, King Shocks, Method Race Wheels. We've talked a lot about Maxxis tires and how the performance of the new Maxxis is. Garmin Outdoors, Zamp Racing, Alpine Lock and Key, VP Race Fuels, Let's Race Live. The live stream was awesome. You've seen some of that footage in this video. And Anderson Power Sports of Reno for helping us out with parts. And everybody else, all of you who watch the videos. I want to give a big shout out to Evolution Power Sports, Nick at Evo, for helping me out on the tuning and data side. And all the ridiculous questions I ask that probably make no sense to him. Super ATV, Assault Industries, just all the companies that we can call at any moment, and they help us out. All right, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, watching the video. If you would, please hit that subscribe button. It means a lot. Like, share with all your friends. We will see you guys in the next one.